Okay, Madam Mayor, we are ready when you are.
All right, so if I can get everybody's attention right quick, please and thank you. We're going to call to order the City Council regular meeting of Monday, June 15th at 5:34. City Clerk, can I get a roll call, please?
Mayor Doby,
I am here.
Mayor Pro Tem Nafolda,
Yes, I'm here, appearing remotely via Just Cause due to a contagious illness.
thank you. Councilmember Hasselbrink. Here. Councilmember Hibbard, absent. Councilmember Lowe.
Here.
Okay, so at this time, we're going to go into closed session. City Attorney Dowd, can you read the item aloud, please?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The City Council will now recess into closed session to discuss items 3A through 3E as listed on this evening's agenda, in addition to 3F, which pertains to a June 3rd legal alert from the State Attorney General's office, which will be made available through the City Clerk's office.
Meeting in regular session, and I'm just going to give the time because it's 6:02, 2 over ain't too bad. City Attorney, can I get a report, please?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The City Council has returned from closed session with no reportable action taken.
Thank you, sir. All righty, and then if you have in one of our digital agendas, you'll see that it says Pledge of Allegiance, Mayor Doby, and Invocation, Mayor Doby. That's a lot of Mayor Doby. So we're gonna have Councilmember Hasselbrink do our pledge, and then I will still do our invocation. So if y'all would all stand with us, and face our beautiful flag.
Oh, please join me in honoring our flag, especially as we approach our 250th birthday. Ready, begin.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, well, Lord, I thank you because indivisible means that we are absolutely united. So I pray that we would find ways to come together, that we would look for ways to agree, that we would strive for a unification because we are greater in our numbers than if we go off on our own. So I ask for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discernment. I pray that we would always remember what the point of us being up here is. It's not about any personal agenda, but it's all about our community. It's about our businesses. It's about our first responders, our PD, our fire, our military, that we would be hyper aware and mindful of what the people who need us need. And that would be our first priority. I thank you especially for our first responders. Continue to keep them safe as they go out and do the jobs that most of us couldn't even dream of. And I pray for special blessings over our businesses, large or small, that you would continue to cause them to grow and to flourish and to thrive because they are what make us great. I thank you for a peaceful meeting, a fruitful meeting, and thank you for 250 years. It's so exciting. So I'm thankful in advance for everything that you're going to do through each of us in Jesus' name, amen. Okie dokie pokies. We got presentations. So Chief Claiborne, can you meet me at the podium?
All right, thank you all for coming out this evening. The Los Alamitos Police Department every year goes through a process of nominating our sworn and civilian personnel for awards for the excellent work that they've done throughout 2025. Now, what adds to this award is that they are actually nominated by their peers within the department and then voted upon by command staff before being selected. Now, this is a rigorous process, and I will get to all of those awards within the police department in a moment, but we're gonna start out with a special one because this is the only time that this award gets recognized is at a city council meeting. And that award is gonna be the 2025 City of Los Alamitos Citizen of the Year. So I'm gonna start out by reading a bio, and then maybe give you a little bit of insight about this person. So the award recipient, which I will call up in just a minute, is going to be Miss Monica Salmon. So Monica Salmon, the youngest of 5 siblings, experienced a life-changing loss at an early age when her father tragically passed away in a plane crash. In the aftermath, her mother was left in a state of shock, having never handled the household finances or known how to navigate such overwhelming responsibilities. Witnessing this as a 10-year-old alongside her siblings, Monica saw firsthand the emotional and financial impact that unexpected loss can have on a family. That experience shaped her deep understanding of the importance of preparation, protection, and having the right insurance in place. Choosing to turn her life experience into purpose, Monica has dedicated her career to helping others avoid the uncertainty her family once faced. She approaches every client's relationship with compassion, integrity, and a sincere desire to provide security and peace of mind. Monica also values quality time with her family. She is happily married and the proud mother of 2 grown sons. Whether enjoying a great restaurant, attending concerts, or spending time with loved ones, she embraces life with gratitude for her family, her faith, and her country. And so what's not written in here about Monica is some of the things that has caught my attention. And so I know Richie's here from the Chamber of Commerce, and that is one of the committees that Monica devotes a lot of her time to. And I'll try to give you an example. So I remember showing up to a Chamber of Commerce breakfast. It could have been a lunch. And upon arriving is when they enlighten us that Monica has taken the time and her own money to pay for officers' meals when they come to this event, just out of the goodness of her heart. Because she takes time to get involved in the community. She takes time to show how much she cares. And it is because of things like that that has caused me to want to recognize her and overwhelmingly approved for the Citizen of the Year. So please join me in welcoming the 2025 Citizen of the Year, Miss Monica Salmon.
When I was told, to be a police officer, we are so blessed to have such a great city, from the citizens here to the great police officers. Without the peace here, without the great job they do, I've been here 25 years, and, I'm so thankful for our police force and our first responders. And for me to be Citizen of the Year for Los Alamitos, it's quite an honor. Thank you so much, and thank you. I appreciate it.
So in addition to getting the award from us, we also have a certificate from the City of Los Alamitos. Okay, we also have a certificate. Richie, you want to come up present? On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce. We also have something, I'll let you go as well. All right, we have something from Senator Strickland's office. And we also have something on behalf of Assemblyman Trita. Sorry, you can't get it full.
We roll deep in Los
I'll be very quick. I'm fairly new to the area. I've been in Los Al working at Farmers Birch for about 4 years. But my job sent me to the Los Al breakfasts for the chamber. I recognized that Monica was there quite a bit. Now I'm the president is because warm people like Monica who invited me and stayed true to the values of just the community. That I'm not surprised that she's your Citizen of the Year 2025.
Thank you so much.
right, now I get the pleasure of introducing to you the award recipients from within the police department. Now, the way the process works, we have an annual award ceremony where they all get recognized by their peers only for a ceremony that we have internally, which is why this is the only one that we get to recognize the Citizen of the Year. So we wanted to make sure she had her own time to do that. So now I'm going to call up each one of the award recipients. We will have them come up here together so that we could recognize them in front of all of you, in front of the council, and also put them in our new local paper. So I will call them one at a time. First up, we are going to have the 2025 Chiefs Award winner, Miss Lizette Salinas. And this award is your outstanding professionalism, positive attitude, and unwavering dedication to the photo enforcement unit. Lizette consistently demonstrated an exceptional work ethic and a commitment to service, extending her impact beyond her primary duties by actively supporting community engagement events. Her contributions reflect the great credit upon herself and the Los Alamitos Police Department. Going to be our Volunteer of the Year. The Los Alamitos Police Department proudly recognizes your unwavering commitment to volunteerism and your exceptional dedication to the role of volunteer in policing. Your selfless service, positive attitude, and consistent reliability exemplify the highest standards of community support. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we are sincerely grateful for the valuable contributions you make to our department and community. The Volunteer of the Year for 2025 is Mr. Bruce Murphy. All right, next up, we have the Employee of the Year. The Los Alamitos Police Department would like to recognize your commitment and selfless dedication. You go above and beyond the duties of your job without hesitation and without ever asking for anything in return. You are a valuable asset to the department, the city, and the community. The 2025 Employee of the Year is Mr. Troy Wogu. Last but absolutely not least, the Officer of the Year. Your selfless dedication and tireless efforts have changed countless lives in our community. We honor your service as the 2025 Officer of the Year for inspiring greatness within our organization. The 2025 Officer of the Year is Sergeant Nestor Rodriguez.
All righty, so next, you know what, can we just give another round of applause for I appreciate the exuberance too. I hate fake clapping where you're just like, do it with your heart. All right, so next we have a presentation of certificates and recognition of Parks Make Life Better month of the Parks Recreation Commission. Now listen, my rule is if you're gonna clap, clap. Don't just, like, or you can do a whoa, like a hearty one, okay? Sorry, Jordan, I know your ears. But if I can get the rec team and the Recreation Community Services Director, Emmeline Noda, and members of the Park Recreations and Cultural Arts Commission to come forward, please. Hey, there it is. Hey, come on. Come on. This is about half of the. Come on down. All right, so as I was saying, the month of July is declared Parks Make Life Better Month, and to inform citizens of the many benefits of utilizing parks, facilities, programs, and services, we appreciate your dedication to promoting the arts, increasing social connections, and promoting lifelong learning within the programs and events you create. So I'm going to present this one certificate. Our Vice Chair, Richard Wright, is going to receive it on behalf of the whole, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to announce some upcoming activities. Yes? Okay. So let me present this to you, and then I concede the mic, but I will take it back if I have to. Did you get your picture? You need a picture, right? Take the picture first. Not yet. You get them all the certificates first? See? This is why you can't always listen to me. Here you go.
Thank you, Mayor Doby. I would like to introduce my fellow Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Commissioners who are with me today. We have Commissioner Janet Gallagher and Commissioner Morgan Beck. The Park and Recreation Month campaign is spearheaded. Oh, you're going to give this out first?
I'm so sorry.
Okay. The Park and Recreation Month campaign is spearheaded by the California Park and Recreation Society. The goal of the campaign is to raise awareness of the benefits of parks and recreation throughout California and to raise the status of parks and recreation as an essential community service. The following free activities will be taking place in the month of July to engage community members in the celebration of Park and Recreation Month. Flower seed and herb seed giveaway. The Los Alamitos Community Center is offering a free flower seed and herb seed giveaway all month long. During business hours, patrons can pick up a packet of flower seeds or herb seeds to plant in their gardens. Craft kit giveaway. Patrons can pick up a free patriotic themed craft at the community center during regular business hours to celebrate America's 250th birthday. Free pickup basketball will be available for adults at the Oak Middle School gym on Tuesdays from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Family movie night. Join the community for a delightful evening under the stars at Little Cottonwood Park on Saturday, July 11th, starting at 8 p.m. This free outdoor movie night features a screening of the beloved classic, The Goonies. The movie will be shown on the field, so bring your blankets, lawn chairs, and favorite snacks to settle in on the grass for a fun and relaxing night. Sunset Yoga, July 8th, 15th, and 22nd at Little Cottonwood Park, from 7:15 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yoga 6 will be offering a sunset yoga class for all ages. Everyone is welcome from beginners to advanced. Field Day Fun. Bring the whole family out to enjoy some Field Day Fun on Thursday, July 16th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at Little Cottonwood Park. Pickleball Tournament, July 18th at Laurel Park. Pre-registration is required. Participants will be able to engage in a fun and friendly competitive environment. Prizes will be given to the overall winners. Page 2. Popsicle Palooza. Come and visit Labradette Park for a free popsicle to escape the summer heat on July 25th from 11 to 1 p.m. while supplies last. Family Pool Party will take place on Sunday, July 26th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the MWR Aquatics Training Center at the Los Alamitos Joint Forces Training Base. The event invites families to enjoy a fun-filled day of swimming and community celebration. Families are encouraged to bring swimsuits, towels, and sunscreen for a safe and enjoyable summer day. Park Pop-Up, July 30th at Labradette Park from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., featuring activities for the whole family. Also, to celebrate our very own Los Alamitos Recreation and Community Services professionals and the wonderful quality of life they bring to our community, we have here today the administrative team, led by the director, Emily Noda.
Thank you. I just want to say that our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Commissioners are our biggest cheerleaders, and we thank you so much for all the service that you do to support us, being the really difficult judges out in the community for all of our different types of events that we ask them to judge, and give input on all of our beautiful new parks. They are just an absolute incredible resource to us, so thank you. So I have certificates for Richard Wright, Janet Gallagher, and Morgan Beck. And for our administrative team, this administrative team here, along with the support of all of the city staff, they have done tremendous work, incredible work for this community. They are truly committed individuals, and I have to say they are by far the best park and recreation professionals in the state of California, if not the entire United States. That is what I truly believe. I am not biased. And they do everything from our front desk operations, processing thousands of registrations per year, aquatic safety. They do facility reservations, senior programs, feeding our seniors, making sure that none of them are lonely, getting them connected to all of our community resources. Our day camp program, our volunteer program, teaching kids how the job skills they need to get a job here in the city one day. Our parks program, our adaptive recreation, our youth and adult sports, Sunburst field operations, our hundreds of classes that we do, and our preschool program, and not to mention the 45,000 individuals that come out to our 20+ community events each year. I have to say we have the best team here in recreation. So with that, I'm going to hand out these certificates. Mayor, if you wouldn't mind helping. This is for Jason Bruton. Jason. Megan Shimada. Steve Kim. Tin Villaluna. Tara Farajan. Lauren Pavlik. Alejandro Gonzalez Lecumberri, Carson Detterding, Allison Haller, Angel Hernandez, Alberto Ortega Ceja, Alex Anderson, and thank you, Mayor. We appreciate that. And then now we'll take a group photo.
Oh, and Emily Noda. All right. Next, we have a presentation of a certificate in recognition of being featured in the Mayor's Business Spotlight to Soccer IQ Institute. Are they here? Soccer IQ? Okay. Well, just a little backstory on the Soccer IQ Institute. They are actually a sports facility that also offers schooling. They provide education and athletic training. And the reason that we wanted to focus on them is because I have an amazing community economic development person, Mr. Irving. And he was like, you know what, FIFA soccer. So they were supposed to be here. But it's okay, because they're still amazing. And we're still gonna watch their spotlight, and we're still gonna push it out. And we're still telling anybody that's interested in signing your children up for soccer help, at least go check it out. Fabulous. And then just as a reminder, if you have a business and you're interested in the city of Los Alamitos, and you are interested in having us come out and spotlight your business, please get in contact with Mr. Irving Montenegro Jr., right? Jr. And we'll see what we can set up. All right, and the script says I can take my seat. Do I gotta call him up? All right. Are we ready for Buddy? Okay, next we have a presentation regarding the transient occupancy tax, also known as TOT, voter poll executive results by Probolsky Research. So, Mr. Adam, come on down.
Mayor, Council, thank you very much. Oh, and this is the most important part. I am here to share with you the results of a statistically valid voter poll of your voters related to your transient occupancy tax. And what I'll say is this is a very typical process that we went through for you all. Obviously, Los Alamitos is unique unto yourselves, but this is what every city in California that looks to go out for new revenue in whatever regard, this is what they do. And so with that, I will give you some context of the methodology. We talked to 300 of your voters, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but if you give some context to it, statewide, we might do 900 or 1,000 and have very predictive numbers. Always get it right. We know the answers. So 300 in a community of your size is quite robust. And we talk to them in all the ways that people talk to the world. We talk to them online, we emailed them, texted them, we called them on the phone. And we talked to 5% of their likely voters, that's who this was. In Spanish, that's their choice. We don't suggest the other 95% don't speak another language, or the 5% don't speak English. It's just about preference in their household. So that's helpful from an outreach perspective. We do ask an open-ended question. Top issue of mind, most people aren't thinking about public policy, so they don't really have something big to say unless there's something really important. And you can see it's kind of spread out, nothing too big, transportation at the top. Getting to the where they hang out, now you know where they hang out online. They're spending time on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to get direct communication with them, that's an easy way to make that connection. Now we get to the place where I'll call it an abundance of riches. You are totally unique in that your public is really, really happy with what you're doing. This is...
That deserved it. Y'all might not think so, but I do. I'm sorry. Continue, sir.
It is not normal. I'll say that. You have extraordinary numbers in Los Alamitos beyond what any other community we're polling for right now. We're doing this in dozens of places. So overall, the job you're doing, 91% approve. And if you see there's 5% who disapprove. We're never going to make everyone happy. I assume you want to try, but that's a pretty small number right there. We asked them specifically about your PD, 92% approve, 6% disapprove. That 1% probably got a ticket recently. So, I mean, it's really, really strong numbers. Then we look at your relationship with the fire authority, 88% approve. And we look at your Parks and Rec, and you've got 90% approve. And we look at your street and your public works, and 88% approve. It really is kind of absurdly strong compared to your neighbors and any other community. They're really happy with your senior services, 77%. Why is this number lower? Because there's more people who aren't sure. It's not their thing. They're not hanging out in the senior center or getting those kind of services. So it's okay for them not to know. We then ask kind of one of those critical questions when it comes to the tax measure, and we say, do you think the city needs more resources? That's something that's real. And we're all being told that government is, taking too much of our money, but they recognize that you do. That 86% think that based upon what they understand about how city finances work, you need some more money. So that's a good place to start if you're going to ask for some. And then we ask them about some specific services. And here we give them a list. We prescribe a list and we say, select the ones that are very important to you personally. And you can see what rises to the top there. Certainly law enforcement and public safety is high on the list. And then you see some other ones that come down, and all of these obviously are important. They're all things that should be addressed. The next question is similar, but we say, what are you satisfied with? And you see those numbers get a little bit muted because they're not going to be excited about all those things. But you still see number one is public safety. So they're satisfied with public safety. And so what we try to do here is give you some perspective on what the delta. So that orange is the delta between what really is important to me and what I'm personally personally satisfied with. And you can see number one is keeping taxes low. All right, I'm not really going to help you with that right now, but there may be, and I'll explain that. Responding to homelessness is really another place where you could potentially look to. Managing finances, which you could potentially address with new revenues, and then traffic flow, and all those things are kind of on the list there. This is not me telling you what to do, but if I were in your spot, I might look and say, wait, these are places that I might want to address, or at least talk about, because you're doing great things with each one of these policy areas. You maybe just don't tell them enough about it and give that word out. So that might be a part of this project. Here we ask the question. This is what you see when you're sitting at your kitchen table filling out your ballot. This is a question about TOT. It's kind of the way the city attorney would probably approve of it, probably pretty similar. And you have a 79 or 80% yes vote on increasing your TOT and from 8% to 12%. This is very high of a number. We don't tend to do that. We're Americans, we don't agree on anything. So if it's 50% plus one, okay, that's good. 80%, hallelujah. So you're in a really strong place for this kind of a number for putting this on the ballot if you wanted to. I know that's a decent amount of data. There's about 200 slides that we have that can I could have gotten into. We know all the data from all different angles. Happy to answer questions, and obviously, tonight or through staff at any other time.
Thank you. Questions up here? No questions? Okay, so I have a question and a statement. Number one, none of us could participate. They actually had our numbers and all our socials, and we're not allowed to participate in things like that. So it's all brand new pollers. And then can you explain, I realize that TOT is a tax, but who pays it?
Good point. And there's some other data that I could also share. It is the visitors who pay it. And one of the key components that we talked to the voters about in the process was we told them that the visitors pay it, and you could capitalize on Olympics visitors, and you could capitalize greater on Disney visitors, things like that. And that was a compelling message to your voters, making them understand that it's not really us. We also, I will say, did test some of the theoretically opposition messages, the messages that someone in the community might say to their neighbor as they're pulling their garbage down to the curb, wagging their finger at new taxes. We gave those people a voice in the poll, and we still got to a place of significant support.
Okay. And then where are we as far as across the county? Current, our tax, and then what would be the potential for?
So you are today lower than your neighbors, and if you went to 12%, you would be lower than your neighbors. And that's counting neighbors outside the county, right? I mean, you are there are other communities that capitalize in a much greater way on their TOT, so you would still be quite competitive.
Okay. All righty. That was all that I had. Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to introduce the item.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Thunder, I apologize.
No. Actually, I just have one question,
Yes.
if that's okay, Madam Mayor. So again, going back through the numbers, 70 or 88%, 91%, 92%, those all seem ridiculously high. Typically, where do you see cities come in when you have residents actually giving you an honest review of the staff? I'll call it the product at the end of the day that's being put out on the street.
In places where people are happy, it's in the 60s. In places where people are upset, it's 40s. And that's, we do this all over the country. We do a lot in California. We do this all over the country. And we tend to see, I'll give you an example, in Atherton, right? Where everybody's, got a house that's worth $10 million or in Greenwich, Connecticut, right? I mean, everybody's rich and happy. Their numbers are nowhere near this high. It just doesn't happen like this. It's in the 60s.
Thank you.
Toot your horn.
All right, I'm just, that was more about me than anyone else, so I just want to make that clear to everyone.
Make some changes to make that 95%.
Well, that's the goal. That's the goal. Okay, well, thank you so much, and we accept your invitation to continue the dialogue. So thank you for your work and our spectacular numbers. And then before I call up my next presentation, I would just like to advise audience members that are not here for the duration of my meeting that y'all can leave. We're not gonna make you stay. I know it's harder for y'all in the front, so please, by all means. Yeah, you guys can take a moment. Anybody else? If I don't see you moving, you're in it for the long haul. And we're gonna move on to E, which is a presentation regarding our strategic goals by the absolutely marvelous Marie Knight from Knight Leadership Solutions. So please, come on down.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and staff. So good to see everybody again and to be here. And I just have to say, okay, parks make life better. I love being here on a night that we're recognizing our parks. I come from a family of first responders, so I love that we're recognizing first responders. And then to follow up, tough act to follow. Could you put me at the beginning or something so I didn't have to come after all those fabulous numbers? But really what we're going to talk about next dovetails into what you just heard about. And so my job tonight is to just update you on where we are with the strategic plan. As you all know, we gathered together in January to start the footprint and creation of the city's strategic plan. The city did not have one, has not had one. And so when council executive team came together, it was to really start a dialogue of what are the things that are important. And as I look at where things landed and then very briefly look at the numbers and the things that were just presented about your survey, where council strategically wanted to go aligns very much with what your community is telling you is important to them. So it couldn't be better. Before the strategic plan, before we met on January 29th, I had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with the council members. We talked about what are your goals for the community, challenges, opportunities, things that you saw coming down the pipe. And that helped us set the foundation for our discussions for the day. As we were together, you heard from staff. What are they seeing? What is your executive team? Police, fire, Parks and Rec, community development. What are those things on the horizon that they wanted council to have on your mind as you're thinking about strategic priorities? We talked about what the future, your vision for the Los Alamitos community, what you had in mind for that. And so based on the day's discussion, there were some potential, we're presenting to you tonight, our potential strategic goals. But in the meantime, between January and today, there's also been some work done on the part of staff to get things lined up. So after hearing you, after hearing what's important to the council, staff looked at the budget process and did some things in the recently approved budget to provide some flexibility to look at capacities and staffing, to look at resource allocation so that things could be lined up as the strategic plan is set and moves forward. In addition to that, then the executive team has been meeting with their staff, looking at, here are the council's priorities, what could we look at in the next 1 to 3 years, because that's the time frame that the strategic plan will cover, is the next 3 years, to put into their work plans. And so the staff has been developing actionable objectives, action plans that would mirror the goals, the potential goals that are before you this evening for your input and for hopefully final approval. Once council approves the overarching strategic goals, then the staff will finalize their work plans. Those will be put into a strategic tracking grid, and those updates and progress will come to you on a regular basis. So you can see, how are we moving the needle? What's the progress? What's been checked off? What's been done? Some of these goals and objectives are going to be things that take the 3 years. And so what staff will be demonstrating to you, council, is, but what's the first bite of the apple? And what's the next step that we need to do as we move forward? So I want to just, your staff report tonight has the goals. One of the other things that I wanted to mention about them is purposefully they are high level. They are broad in a sense that we provide a high level goal so that gives you, the council, the staff, flexibility in the event that something in the community dictates the need for some flexibility or to pivot in a certain way. We're not pigeonholing you into very specific strategic goals. So the 4 goals that came out of the discussions on that day, the first one is to foster a connected and thriving community. And that includes promoting community engagement and pride, enhancing quality of life, expanding senior services, and creating vibrant community spaces that support residents of all ages. And as I looked at those survey reports, what the community wanted, what the community needs, there's a lot of that wrapped up into that. The second goal is to ensure sustainable growth and city identity. And this includes advancing economic vitality and development, supporting long-term planning in the city's identity, and sustaining city operations amid continued growth and change. Your business community is going to be a big part of that as well. The third goal is to strengthen infrastructure, safety, and modernization. And that includes investing in public safety and infrastructure, modernizing technology, and providing facilities and space for staffing and community programming. And then the last goal is to empower city staff and enhance organizational effectiveness. And this is supporting staff retention, enabling clear communication and work plan, pursuing strategies, planning, preparedness, and considering organizational structure and changes to meet the future needs of the community as those things change. So those are the 4 overarching goals that came out of that day. That was, I'm hoping, seen as a productive day, a bit of a fun day, a time and an opportunity for council that you rarely get to come together and just exchange ideas, and with your executive team in partnership. And so I believe tonight, and I'm going to turn it over to now the city manager, but those are for your approval, input, questions, and once those are finalized, the staff then will bring forward the objectives, and we will have those all in one neat, nice, tidy document for you.
Wonderful. Well, I just want to say thank you for your perpetual patience as we dilly-dallied slightly getting back to you. It's because our hair stays on fire. Like, you don't get numbers that high and you're just,
Right.
You got all the time in the
You're
world.
not sitting around.
So
to get
not at all,
No,
friend. I eat my food
yes.
standing up.
Yes.
So just thank you.
Of course.
And you made the process absolutely spectacular, and I would highly recommend you and your services and your doll to just about anybody that's looking to gather themselves in a
Sends her a
fun
lot.
and exciting way. So do y'all have anything that you would like to add?
I was just going to say, Madam Mayor, that we will be back to you actually in August with the full, complete, in the event that it's approved tonight, we will be taking these overreaching goals and building out the, I'll call it the action item list for all of you to consider, and then to us to be able to work through that and provide some deadlines to you so that you can track the progress of the plan as we go through the year.
Okay. Is there an additional place that we vote on that, or is it?
It is actually part of your consent calendar today.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank
It's been a
you.
pleasure.
All right, next we will go on to F, which is the introduction to the community regarding the new Business Alliance program by the Development Services Department. So I would like to invite Irving Montenegro. They left a junior off, but I know it's their junior, on down to provide us a presentation.
So before Irving starts, I did want to point out, though, this is actually one of the implementation measures that we just heard about. And it's really about how exactly do we build up and make sure that these processes that we put in place are sustainable, they're not a flash in the pan. And so with that, Mr. Montenegro.
Thank you, Chet, and good evening, Mayor, Council, esteemed staff. I just want to thank you for this opportunity to present tonight. I'm also joined by Matt Leitner, who will be tag teaming the presentation tonight and hopefully offering you a digestible presentation that will cover our Business Alliance program. So essentially what I wanted to convey here is just the outline for the evening. We're gonna have the objective, the goals, the key program initiatives, and a measured timeline. And what's important to mention here is that this is an extension of our economic development strategic plan that was presented to you about a year ago. And so this is year 2 of that journey that we're excited to present to you tonight. There's been a very thoughtful approach, a lot of collaborative discussion, not just involving our department and development services, but of course working with Matt, working with other members of the team, and just making sure that this is something that is fully functional that will be offered to our business community. So our objective here for tonight is to strengthen the local economy by fostering collaboration among businesses, providing viability and growth opportunities, and enhancing partnership between the city and the business community. And what's nice about this is a good continuation from the last presentation that you just received. It follows up really well with the strategic plan that was just presented to you. So there's really good nexus that's occurring through this program. So the goals here, again, simple in the sense that they're measured out for at least tangible effort. So we have 4 that we would like to accomplish within at least the first year of this program. So we have the business advocacy, working with our businesses, of course, enhanced marketing and promotion for businesses. We have the business engagement and resource coordination. And so we'll expand upon those goals through these key program initiatives. I'll cover the first 2, and then Matt will take the remaining 2 and then other details that follow. But I'll go ahead and present these as the key initiatives are business support, events and promotion, Business Alliance website, and then the Business Watch program. So under the business support, there are various components that we would be offering our business community that would be interested in this program. And really the business toolkit is exactly what it sounds like. It's a standardized blueprint that would allow businesses of all sizes. You have a lot of mom and pops in the community. You have a lot of bigger, businesses as well. You even have some home-based businesses that would thrive off of this program that would provide marketing efforts, social media support, and attraction for business, for visits. We have a lot of folks that travel through the city that otherwise may not know that a business in town is characterized by the small town charm, but otherwise accessibility up and down Katella and Los Al Boulevard throughout the different areas of the city. The next individual social media consulting would be more of a one-on-one formula. Think of it in terms of a customized plan, if you will. We understand that there's various sizes of our businesses in town, and so this would provide a little bit more of a micro level approach to businesses that are interested. And really through the venue of our social media presence and Discover Los Al, if you haven't visited the page, it's thriving just after 1 year of existence. It's got over 3,000 followers. And really that's a very successful platform, not just in theory because social media is it's vital and what's trending these days, but it's really where people get the source of information, whether it's Yelp reviews, whether it's Google reviews, whether it's just word of mouth, popularity and what's trending. So that is really a good opportunity for businesses to hone in on that service that are interested that may not otherwise have that digital footprint already. The next is really city advertising through like the website, and then shortly Matt's going to provide a little more detail on what that would look like. But theoretically, if you consider like as someone that is just starting up their business and wouldn't know exactly where to go, this would be the location where to turn to, whether it's for opportunity sites, whether it's for vacancies, whether it's for just legal assistance, or just in general, like where do you find such and such service that is may not be otherwise accessible in the city. So these are good resources that can be enhanced through this business support area. Business engagement and communication is something that we already proudly do through the Economic Development Division team, but also expanding through other partners and collaborative friends that we have. But this would ultimately open that dialogue to be further available for businesses that are interested in this program. And so through that, it could be one-on-one visits, it could be over the phone, it could be over the counter. It's really just enhancing that reach outwardly. All right. So the next is events and promotion. And what you can look at in terms of an existing blueprint is on Pine Street. We draw a lot of events there for activation, for engagement, for what we envision to be our downtown. And we've heard that moniker, you build it and they will come. Well, that's true, but then we also realize that it may not be as accessible to someone that's further down east in the city. And so we would like to offer opportunities that are called business block parties that would be kind of what that sounds like, rotational traveling circus brought to those areas, right? Where we would be able to work with property owners and businesses alike to ensure that they have the, similar accessibility of engagement and activation that would draw crowds and interest for like, hey, I didn't realize that this store or this restaurant was in this area of town. And so that's a really ambitious way of saying that we would want to further our relationship with the property management team, property owners, realtors, but really with the businesses, with the focus on the businesses themselves. And so that would be in the shape of like what we already do on Pine Street, whether it was previously our Parklet series, Nights on Pine. Now we're partnering with Recreation on summer concerts. And it's really just to broaden our reach. It's a really small city as it is, but that would be what we would want to do, is to make sure that everyone feels like there's an opportunity for them if they can't make it out to a Pine Street event. And then lastly, social media sweepstakes under the events and promotion is exactly what that sounds like. We found that through our Discover Los Al page, there's an easy opportunity there to really like encourage and not only like engage with the community, but also like entice them into participating in something that would be fun. A perfect example was recently Discover Los Al did Battle of the Burgers, and they did Volcano versus Paul's Place. I'm sad to say that Paul's Place was not the popular one, even though I think Volcano was great. But that is an opportunity that you would want to make sure that you have activation through social media where you encourage people to participate in things like that. So without further, I'll go ahead and pass it on to Matt to expand on the next series of slides.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So with that, we kind of need a repository of where they're going to find all this stuff, right? And that's where our losalbusinessalliance.org comes into play. So this is yet another site for us, but it's also going to have all the information that these businesses are going to need. So it's going to have all the connections to the SBDCs. It's going to have opportunities. It's going to have, at the very least, we're working on getting a repository of open sites where you can open up a business. If we can't do that, then we'll have a link to something like that. This page is theoretically complete already, but we do have, and we'll go into the timeline a little bit later, but July 6th will be our launch day for the website. And that'll have all the information that we need. This stuff will be up there as well, all of the communication. So like I said, we'll have the business references. Those would be SBDCs, chambers, other networking opportunities, anything that we can think of that can help businesses grow. That's what we're going to put up there, and that's what we're going to connect the local economy to here, because we're a small, mighty city, and we want to build it bigger than what it is right now. And then again, opportunity sites are really just locations. We have looked at different locations within the city and the vacancies. We have been going through that process currently. Good and bad news, currently we have pretty low vacancy rates, so it's a good thing. We do have a lot of businesses within the city that we don't necessarily have all the opportunities, but looking for new spaces and new ways to build out is also a part of this process, but that's a little bit further down the road, not quite at this level yet. Probably one of the funner programs that we're going to build out through the Los Al Business Alliance is our PD Business Watch program. So this is going to be a coordination between the Economic Development Division and our police chief to basically get a name to the badge. So you can see the face. Our officers will be able to go into the businesses and check things out, see if there's any opportunities for additional security. But it also gives the business owners an opportunity to meet our officers and have that connection, because that's one step, and not fearing the blue is actually getting to know them, because they're regular people just like the rest of us. Building that connection, building that rapport will help our business community feel safer and help our officers know where maybe the problem areas are that we didn't see before. It'll help us in those aspects. And then encouraging lunch programs, so stopping by maybe during peak hours, if possible. If they're not on calls, if they're not running around, if they're not the fastest response times in the county, if our officers can get there, that's what we're going to help facilitate on the city side. And then on the PD side, we're just going to try and do the best that we can, just to make sure that we're not adding too much onto our officers and everything like that. Step further down the road, we do envision a security camera program. And this is essentially a next step in that Business Watch program, where we help the businesses build out the security platform with additional cameras. This could be a grant program. This could be This could be many things. It could be just helping them, guide them into what they need to purchase to add that, or maybe they just need to angle cameras a little bit differently. That would be a part of just when they're going through the security checks. But that's what we kind of envision for the future. That's a long time down the road, but it's a fun idea that I'm really excited about to help you work on. And with that, yeah, so our website will be live July 6th. Our business support, we're projecting these out to be about August 26th, 2026. Events and networking, that's gonna be fall, and the business watch program. Still have a little kinks to work out with that one as well, so that will be fall as well, and that will be coordination with the chief and Director Noda on that one. And with that, do you have any questions for Irving or myself?
I know, I was scribbling, sorry. I'm really excited about this program. You know, our city does a great job taking care of our families, taking care of our youth, taking care of our seniors. Heck, we even take care of our pets with dog expos and vaccine clinics and parks. So it's time we really take interest in our businesses. So the next time we send out a survey, we also get a 92% approval rating from our business community as well. So it's a nice goal to have. Just a quick question, you know, I preach the app all the time. And when I go into businesses, I went into Petrini Pizza a couple weeks ago and they were having trouble locating a smell that wasn't from their restaurant. And so I showed them the app and started a request, and sure enough, they came out there. Is there a way to add something on the app just on the front page there that if we're in a business, we can say, hey, have we shown you this? And then we can also show them how to start a request for any kind of issues that they're having with property or things like that.
Yeah, Irving might be able to speak a little bit more on that, but I would assume that's probably in our
Or just even like a landing page, just something that we can just click and say, look how easy this is.
Yeah, so it's the app is really kind of a cookie cutter to what the city website information holds. That would be just conversations, discussions with GoGov, and also really just putting like notes of events or news information. So even if it's not directly out of the app, it would lead to the website.
Perfect. Yeah, and that's all I'm asking. You know, we pride ourselves in the small businesses, but you know, these small business owners are people that are just trying to take their passion and making a living out of it, running donut shops and coffee shops and nail studios and stuff. So this is going to be a tremendous resource for them in being able to make sure that their business is successful. So thank you very much. I know you've worked on this for a long, long time.
I think it's great as well. No, I will say this actually, and again, Irving and Matt deserve a lot of credit for pulling this all together. But the nice thing about this is that it is scalable. It's you build a platform and then we can continue to add on to it as time goes on. And so I think that we'll find that as we start to find more and more of these programs to put out there, and as we have more and more conversations with different businesses, we'll be able to identify what the next set of needs are and then apply those to the website as well and to the toolbox as well.
Well, as a small business, I'm overly excited. I think that the more access that we can give to businesses, regardless of the size, is going to be absolutely top flight. I often consider, though, like, who picks the multitude of colors to go into logos? It's like, nobody answered that. It's fine. That's the first thing I'm looking at. It's like, there's 32 colors in that thing. It's okay. There's no flags. All righty. So at this time, we will move on to oral communications, and any individual in the audience may come forward to speak on any item within the subject matter jurisdiction of the City Council. Remarks are to be limited to not more than 5 minutes per speaker, and I have one speaker card, but then anyone that's here, once my registered speaker gets up and speaks, you can come on up to the podium. I would ask that you write your name down and give us a way to contact you if you want to come and share, just so that we can follow up. But I have Frank, and I don't want to mess up your last name. So, Facey. Okay, all right. Well, come on down, Mr. Facey.
Mayor and distinguished council, I'm so glad to be here on behalf of the Rossmore Homeowners Association. As you all know, because you participated, we had a great graduation parade. And it was a wonderful event and couldn't have done it without the help of individuals here in Los Alamitos. So I have three quick awards to give out for our appreciation and recognition for those who contributed. And this, the first one is Community Champion Award to Ron Noda. I'll read it briefly. The Rossmore Homeowners Association proudly presents this award in recognition of your contribution to the 7th annual Rossmore Graduation Parade celebrating the class of 2026. Your willingness to support community partnerships helped create a safe and welcoming environment for graduates, families, and residents celebrating the class of 2026. Your leadership reflects the spirit of public service and cooperation that strengthens our community and helps local traditions thrive. Your generosity, dedication, and commitment to serving others helped strengthen cherished Rossmore traditions and reminded us of the power of neighbors coming together to celebrate, connect, and support one another. With sincere appreciation for the difference you made, awarded this 6th day of June, although today is the 15th, art signed by Art Remnant President RHA, Joe Shade, Parade Co-Chair, and Marion Lass, Parade Co-Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next one is the Community Champion Award, and that's presented to the City of Los Alamitos Public Works Department.
All right.
Rossmore Homeowners Association proudly presents this award in recognition of your contribution to the 7th annual Rossmore Graduation Parade celebrating the class of 2026. Your partnership and support helped create a safe, organized, and welcoming celebration for hundreds of graduates, family members, and community residents. Through your commitment to public service and regional cooperation, you helped make possible an event that reflected the pride, connection, and community spirit shared throughout the greater Los Alamitos area. Your generosity, dedication, and commitment to serving others helped strengthen a cherished Rossmore tradition, reminding us of the power of neighbors coming together to celebrate, connect, and support one another. With sincere appreciation for the difference you made, awarded the 6th day of June 2026. Again, Art, Joe Shade, and Marion Last. I assume, Ron. I have one final one. This is to the Community Spirit Award, presented to Los Alamitos Volunteers in Policing. The Rossmore Homeowners Association proudly presents this award in recognition of your contribution to the 7th annual Rossmore Graduation Parade celebrating the class of 2026. Your professionalism and service helped create a welcoming and organized experience for dignitaries, honored guests, and community leaders participating in the celebration. Your support contributed greatly to the success of this special day. Your generosity, dedication, and commitment to serving others helped strengthen a cherished Rossmore tradition and remind us of the power of neighbors coming together to celebrate, connect, and support one another. With sincere appreciation for the difference you made, awarded the 6th day of June 2026, signed by Art, Joe Shade, and Marion Last. I assume, Police Chief. So that's it. This is my first time I've ever been here. I've lived in Rossmore 42 years, and I got to say, you guys got a lot going on. So thank you again for your help and cooperation. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Do I have any other public commenters? I'm so unused to seeing so many faces and everybody just wants to stay in their seat. That's cool too. All righty, so we will go ahead and close oral communications and we will move on to item 8, which is updates from the mayor. And first, I would like to share a shout out. I request that when our staff, because we as council, we don't know all of our staff members. We love them all, but we don't often know them all because we don't work with them on a daily basis, on a rotating basis. So I ask for recommendations. And tonight, I would like to extend a heartfelt shout out to our incredible Rec and Community Services support team for their outstanding work this summer. Our Department Secretary, Ms. Lauren, and part-time Department Secretary, Ms. Julia. They have successfully processed over 1,000 program registration for the city's summer activities. Their dedication, attention to detail, and commitment to serving our residents are vital to making our programs accessible, efficient, and welcoming for families across the community. This remarkable effort ensures that children, teens, and adults can enjoy a safe, well-organized, and memorable summer season in Los Alamitos. Thank you, Lauren and Julia. We'll give them a round of applause. All right, next we've got the America 250 Block Party. The City of Los Al invites our residents, our families, and our visitors to join us for a very special celebration in honor of America's 250th anniversary. It'll be on Thursday, June 25th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Pine Street will come alive with music, food, activities, and community spirit as we host the America 250 Block Party. Guests can look forward to live entertainment, local vendors, kids' activities, and an evening full of hometown fun. We are pleased to share that hot dogs will be provided by Mustard and will be offered free to children 10 years and under, ID required, I'm kidding, and popsicles that will be provided by Organic Pops, and these will be available while supplies last. The hot dogs and the popsicles will be available for under 10 while supplies last. We encourage everyone to stop by, connect with neighbors, and take part in this meaningful milestone celebration. We look forward to seeing you on Pine Street as we commemorate 250 years of American history together. Please visit our website for more information. And now updates from city staff.
We have nothing at this time, Madam Mayor.
Okay. Well, next we'll go to the warrants. Can I get a motion and a second?
I'll move it. I'll second.
All in favor? No, roll call. It said roll call. Y'all, she writes these out for me, so I'm going to be obedient to the green words. Can I get a roll call vote?
Mayor Dovey,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Nafolda,
Yes.
Councilmember Hasselbrink,
Yes.
Councilmember Hibbert, absent, Councilmember Lowe.
Yes.
All right, next we'll move on to our consent calendar. All consent calendar items may be acted upon by one motion unless a council member requests separate action on a specific item. Is there anyone that would like to pull an item?
I'll move it.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Fabulosity. All right, next we will go to 12, which is our discussion item. It is the consideration of the process for the city council submission of a ballot argument in favor of a Los Alamitos hotel tax, more affectionately known as a TOT measure. So can I get a staff report, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. The item before you is the implementation of the item that is within the consent calendar that the council just approved. Largely, this is an item to determine whether or not the council as a body or 2 members or less of the city council will actually draft the arguments in favor of the measure for the, for the ballot packet. And so the council can make a determination now to either have the entire board approve or to designate 2 members to actually write those, to be the signatures for those arguments in favor.
Okay. Well, do I need a motion?
Yes, you would need a
Well,
motion.
I will make a motion that the mayor and pro tem will be the 2 signatories for this ballot argument.
I'll second.
Let the record reflect I had 3 seconders. All right, is this all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you have more you needed to say, Chet?
No, Madam Mayor, that's perfect.
Okay, sorry if I'm being more efficient than you're ready for. All righty, so then, you got that, it's 2, and any iterations, anything?
And for the record, I had the motion by Mayor Doby, seconded by Councilmember Hasselbrink. All in favor for the mayor and mayor pro tem to write the arguments.
Okay. All right, and then we'll go to B, which is a resolution number 2026-23, personnel and benefit changes for non-represented employees. Can I get a staff report, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. This item is actually we're bringing back an item that was on the agenda at the last city council meeting. This involves some clarification with regards to where exactly each position is housed, but then also with regards to the benefits that are extended to the managers to put them all on the same classification of benefits, which does include car allowances. There is no need for additional appropriations at this time. If the council were to approve this item, it would be handled within the currently allotted budget.
Are there any questions from any of my colleagues? No? Jordan, I'm not ignoring you, Fran. I know you'll speak up.
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
Okay. All righty. Well then, all said, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. Well, next we are moving on to council announcements. And at this time, council members may also report on items not specifically described on the agenda that are of interest to the community, provided no action or discussion is taken, except to provide staff direction to report back or to place the item on a future agenda. So, I will let my virtual friend go first. No, I won't. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to go out and then back in. Jordan, forgive me. I got excited because it's only 7:14. Gary, Councilmember Lowe.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Just messing with me now. Okay. Councilmember.
I won't do that to you.
Thank you.
A couple things going on. I did attend the ALEC board meeting where we had a couple of sites we were looking at. Both were considered consistent. With that, I went to my meeting for the Small Cities Group, formerly known as the Rural Cities Group. That is moving forward. It should be hopefully approved by the board in their next meeting in July. And then we've submitted a number of speaking sessions for the upcoming conference that's in Anaheim this year in September. I did attend the Rossmore graduation parade. That's always fun. Had my parade wave down pat. Was able to ride with the mayor and the mayor pro tem, and just really enjoyed that. The energy of those kids are unmatched. And then we're putting the final touches on the fireworks stands that are coming up, starting to sell on July 1st. We'll be over in the Vaughn's Shopping Center and the new and improved location of Gannett Lumber. So we're hoping for some real good sales. It's always been successful in the past. It's 4 days of utter exhaustion in selling fireworks, but it is well worth it. We have trees and Elvis and adaptive recreation programs to brag about that. So it's always a good cause. And so look for us starting July 1st. And that's all I've got.
Fabulous. All right, now, Pro Tem, what you got?
Couple of things. I did attend the OC-SAN regular board meeting, as well as I attended the parade for the seniors and the graduation commencement ceremony for the Los Alamitos High School. That is it.
Fabulous. All right, so I also attended a few things. The first thing was an OCOG conference, and the major takeaway is y'all are making flying taxis. They're trying to make flying taxis. They're called Jobies. I'm not a fan, but they're coming. And I'm not afraid, but we'll see what happens. I also attended my OCOG board meeting. I was able to, this is actually kind of a fun thing. Do y'all know that Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts can get patches if they come and talk to elected officials? It's a special patch that they get. So I was able to conduct a tour for, I was like 15 or 33, like 9-year-olds. It was wild. They came up and I actually had staff come out and help. So our city manager came out and facilitated a city manager. I was a city attorney. City clerk had a city clerk. And then my Parks and Recs person was a Parks and Recs person. Couldn't get Ron out here, but the energy was the same. And it was outstanding because the young people, just the way that their minds work and their thought processes. I think one of the most fun questions that I was asked was, who was my favorite employee? And I told them I only have 2. So I would pick the one that was present. Because another fun fact, the only people that the council manage are the city manager and the city attorney. And the city attorney was not here. So I didn't want to hurt Chet's feelings. I also went to the Rossmore graduation parade. It was my very first time. I highly recommend it. Like, it's not something that you have to have a grad to be a part of, because just the energy of those young people is something that will really give you an extra burst. Like, if you just need to, they siphon energy from us when they're toddlers up through grade school. If you need to take some of that energy back, show up to one of those parades, join any group of parents, and it's electric. And I did not fall off the back of the car, so I'll take that as a win. I also went to the Los Alamitos high school graduation, and I knew some of the children that were graduating, and over the next few years, I will know some of the children that are graduating. So it is incredibly inspiring. I love it because they all think they've arrived, and we're all old enough to know that, no, you haven't. Your life's just starting, baby. So as many of them as I can grab, I just encourage them, like, look, when that first speed bump comes, when that first hurdle comes, remember how you feel right now. Bottle this up and just remember, because you're going to need it, baby cakes. I went to my League of California Cities Policy Committee meeting, a SCAG regional planning meeting. Took some notes away, and I sent them to the staff that were appropriate. And then I attended the BOLD program through ACCOC. We did a tour of the new Arctic Center that's being built out in Anaheim next to I think it's the Honda Center, right? OC Vibe, thank you. Ron came with me because we're trying to steal ideas. We are trying to reappropriate ideas. And it was just an amazing, I think they offer tours to whomever, but we went away with a lot of fun ideas, and they'll all be a surprise. You guys will see if I can get any of them out of the drafts. And I did my duty as an alternate for the OC San admin meeting. And then I also, one of my absolute favorite events was the Sunbirth Youth Academy graduation. And that's another one. It's not as easy to get into, but just to see those graduates, because they went from not knowing what would happen to walking out of a program with an actual diploma, not a certificate, not extra units, but an actual diploma. And the boost that it gives to them is just, it's inspiring to me. So that's what I've been up to. And we are going to go ahead. I had somebody tell me I had until 7:30. It is 7:20. We are going to adjourn the city council meeting at 7:20 p.m. You want to?